I had the vision in mind, and I really wanted to do poetry. Because, as Joseph Evaldi, I should say. Not actually as myself, I should say. Because I was Slo Mo Joe at the time. And I wanted to do rhyming poetry and everything else, and one thing led to another, and I developed and I created.
Starts off with rhyming words, it finishes with rhyming ideas.
I think it's time for plugs for our networks, networks, I should say.
Yes, Slo Mo Joe. I am Twilight Cricket, and I'm representing the Olk N Us Network. Specifically, Ricky's Timeless Fireside, Oakwood's Eternity and Quantum Posy, and a favorite show of mine, the Ricky and Wolfman Show.
Like that show.
There's plenty to come. There's plenty to come on the Olk N Us Network. It's only a matter of time before there'll be more channels, so stay tuned.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Dig it.
Twilight Cricket.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna plug the Joseph Evaldi Network, which this podcast is on, and because Slo Mo Joe is my guest, I'm the host, I have to invite Joseph Evaldi on the podcast.
Well, there's that portal over there. That ought to help things. Well, there you go. It's Joseph Evaldi.
I guess I'm on my own network.
You sure are, man.
Oh wow! I met Slo Mo Joe. He's a very good guy and everything else.
Yeah, he's down the hall taking it easy. He figured you'd have some plugs to do before we continue on. We're reading Posy, Joseph Evaldi. I don't know if you're familiar.
He read some of my poetry very well. Very good guy.
Dig it.
Passionate with his words, and he's working on some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug the Joseph Evaldi Network. Has a few good shows. I'm gonna plug the Totem Wolf and Bearheart podcast, which Curtis Bearheart is on. And I'm gonna plug this book that is going to be read out of today from the podcast, Apparitions of War. And it's now available on CreateSpace, Amazon, and it's a good read. And I'm going to step aside and go through the portal, which is in the Olk N Us Network studio, and I'm gonna let Slo Mo Joe take over.
See you later, Joseph Evaldi.
Okay. Thank you.
You have a good one, man. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well.
That's nice. That's nice stuff in there.
Yeah. For real, man. For real. And Joseph Evaldi got his plugs in, man. So we're ready. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you want me to sling one, or what are we doing?
Oh yeah, sure. If you wanna go ahead, you're the man.
Well, this is another one of this is another selection from Richard Andrew Olkusz's poetry. This is off of the thing, his book Yesterday's Harmony, which is a reprint of his book from 2004 called Signs and Wonders. And all the people who were involved with that project, they remember who they are. We honor them by making mention that this is a reprint of that older work. This is called The Gun, and this poetry's got legs, man. Winter never really arrived at all. It's sad. All I wanted was for just once to shiver uncontrollably, feeling totally lost and empty. Did a survey in Irvington, regular 50 by 100. While digging for a front corner marker, we came across the gun, buried and forgotten. It was a rust-covered revolver, blackened and matted with dirt. I wasn't scared at all, even though it could have been used in a murder or a hold-up. Like the passing of an acquaintance, the burial was quick and painless. It was out of our minds at once, back to the grindstone on the job. And that was the gun. Yesterday's Harmony is the book, but it was a reprint from years and years ago. That's the poetry of Richard Andrew Olkusz. So, do you want me to do another one from that selection, or you want to take your turn, my man?
You know what? Take your... If you got a long one, you could take your turn. I gotta step out. Take care of
Yeah. So I got some to lay down. Don't worry. This is all out of yesterday's Harmony, specifically this section of the book called "The Machinations of the Cybernetic Phantom God." It's meant to be read all as one, and you're probably going to hear a reading like that on the Olk N Us Network, the Quantum Poesy channel. But for now, we're just reading little selections on Slo Mo Joe's poetry. I am Twilight Cricket. This is a poem by Richard Andrew Olkusz called "The Pier." The sunlight finger paints diamonds and rubies on the windshield of my car. Wind rushes through the open windows as I sit and marvel waves of the sea. I see the grave storm clouds of the distant horizon. I hear the breaking on the pier. Some strange construction is being done to childhood memories. Ocean mist and rain cover my windshield with a sandy, sticky film. Suddenly the rain comes. Fierce downpour, overpowering all other sounds. Quickly the windows are rolled up. Deathless in the ocean, her hair is long and green. Who is this maiden that blows kisses to the shore and causes it to rain? Echoes of her sweetly limbed water as her pristine form rises. How like Venus, she draws forth and captivates the glance of the heavens. Endowments glistening in the swallowing warmth of sunlight, each drip of water, a diamond of magnetic fascination. Eyes journey over the smooth retreat of moisture as it falls to the surface of the tides that had birthed this carnal jewel of man's desire. Entertained by the foreign eyes upon her, fed by the power that is beauty, she holds by chance the preoccupation of all who behold her. And that was The Pier, Richard Andrew Olkusz's book, Yesterday's Harmony, Machinations of the Cybernetic Phantom God. So, there's plenty of these. I mean, bloody hell, we could go on and on. So,
Did you say The Pier?
The Pier, yeah.
Actually, you know what?
He did a poetry CD, a spoken word CD back in 03-04, where the whole Machinations of the Cybernetic Phantom God was set to music. I believe the words that Richard Andrew Olkusz used, the phrase, because he's a wordsmith, he called it technoetry, which sounds all squarish now, but back then we geeks thought it was pretty jewelish, you know what I'm saying?
I want to show you something from, I don't know if I can find it, from the Joseph Evaldi page. Like,
yeah, I dig it.
You know, it's like, Joseph Evaldi is an artist.
Yeah.
And you know how synchronicity works, and you know, you do something and
I'm hip.
Something like works on that.
Synchronicity is the result of non-local consciousness. It happens all the time, but people are too preoccupied to perceive it. It's better than coincidence, man. Coincidence has got too many holes to float.
Yeah, I've got to find that. Looking for a photo right now. It's artwork. Yes.
So you want me to read another one while you're collating?
Found it. It's the Pier.
Oh, sweet. So this is one of Joseph Evaldi's paintings?
That's one of Joseph Evaldi's paintings. He did a painting of the Pier.
Well, you had best plug Joseph Evaldi's paintings, man. Because that one's a good one. That's a good one.
And you know, it's got to mean something because he,
Twilight.
Richard Andrew Olkusz wrote something of the Pier, and Joseph Evaldi did a painting of the Pier, so it's got to mean something.
Oh yeah, man, for real. I can dig it.
But I am ready to do a poem now, and thank you for your help, Twilight Cricket, for pitching in while I had to step out.
No, I know, it's busy around here. We're all buzzed with creativity.
Okay, thank you.
There's plenty of poesy laying around waiting to get read that's been dying to get read for years. So
well, now
it's a labor of love. You dig it?
Like I say, this is the vehicle of emotion woven into words. Yeah. That's what we give you here, man. It's got a great vibe. Got a great vibe so far, Slo Mo Joe. I like it. It's Slo Mo Joe Timeless Poetry Show.
Dig it, man. Dig it.
And I have a poem for you.
Lay it on me, man.
It's called The Guiding Moon.
Cool.
The moon drives a man when he has everything, but the feeling is empty. It's a depression that goes unnoticed. It is motionless. It is a golden warrior with everything, but the only thing that ever mattered. He once was a dark warrior who kept it all inside of him. However, happy times made him believe who he is. He didn't become who he wanted to be. The impressions rose up to wear masks. They ate away at him until he became who he hated. It has damaged all he became. The only thing that could rescue him is the light inside. This has made him who he was.
Oh, sweet.
It's kind of an oldie from Joseph Evaldi's Blood Demon's library, but
the name Blood Demon has been invoked.
The name Blood Demon has invoked, but yeah, it's been that period where he was going through that rough patch. I think it was before then. I think it was Joe Macho.
In case you people are disoriented, I can lay it down for you. Every name is a birth. You dig it? Every name is a birth. So it's like you get named in spirit. You get named in the tribe. The lower nature is your tribal name. Your higher nature is the name you get for the cosmic crap. That's the thing that helps you go through it. You dig it?
Yeah.
So that's when we talk about all these names, when we talk about all these births, that's what it's expressing.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Yeah. Inescapably hip. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you met tons of people every day, and sometimes they rub you the wrong way because they're in disharmony. So you got plenty of names for people you meet, and that might be the only name that you ever give them.
This is not explicit, so this is PG rating. So
yeah, we'll leave it to the imagination.
We'll leave it to the imagination.
There's plenty of vulgarity and profanity on Reddit, So you guys can go if you need that so desperately. You can go there. You know, it's like there's no reason to do that here. Also, we're trying to read poetry.
Yeah.
The sensitive-hearted people to enjoy it just as much as you. Besides that, there's plenty of dirty poetry out there. Get some Ginsberg, get some Bukowski. There's some swear words in there for you. So.
And maybe one podcast.